Right, look, I want to talk you through the situation with Andre Trindade because it's got me intrigued, of course, over the past week or so, and he's been speaking out himself. So basically, he's got the Copa Libertadores final coming up against Boca Juniors. I think it's within the next week, if my memory's correct. And then after that, there's 7 more fixtures left in the Brazilian Serie A. And after that then, which I think is early December, the season will be over in Brazil, and most likely then is the time that Liverpool will start to negotiate with Fluminense to try and bring Andre Trindade to the Premier League and hopefully, of course, to Liverpool. But he was speaking about it and offering his view on what he believes will happen. This is what he had to say. At the end of the year, I don't know what will happen. Many things could happen. I'm sure that just having arrived here, knowing that it worked, was something that helped me a lot as a person and also helped me in my career. When we make the right choice, we're faithful, and when we act honestly, good things will happen. That's what he's been saying. And basically, he's been speaking about the fact that he stayed at Fluminense. He didn't want to jump ship. He wanted to show some loyalty to the team and wanted to help them out this season. Their season, as I've mentioned, finishes in December. And of course, we all know that the winter transfer window in Europe then opens on the 1st of January or the 2nd of January, one or the other. And I expect him to come in. Looking between the lines and looking at the Brazilian side of this and listening to the Fluminense fans, there's a couple of Fluminense English accounts which reckon that it's about 90-95% likely that Andre ends up at Liverpool. I know Arsenal have been mentioned, but you know, with all due respect to Arsenal, I think we're quite far along in this process with Andre. I think he's convinced of the move to come and play in Liverpool. Obviously, we've wooed him, for want of a better phrase, as well. So, look, if we do make a signing in January, I would be most confident that Andre would be the signing we make in January. But, you know, it's football transfers. You never know with these things until it's signed, sealed and delivered. But I'm feeling rather optimistic about this one. And I don't know how you guys feel. I mean, let's get a poll in the chat, actually. Let's get that up straight away. Right, so I've asked you, will Liverpool sign Andre in January? We'll get that poll up and you guys can have your say. Will Andre be a defensive midfielder? Yes, he would. He would. But don't count Endo out. And I love, by the way, that Endo is still making sure that people know he's not giving up. And I love that about the lad. I love it. He said people look at him as a 30-year-old, but he feels fresh, he feels good, and he wants to show people what he can do. So bring it. Love it. Love that from Endo.